off the coast of Florida, in the Gulf of Mexico, sits a small chain of barrier islands called the Anclote Keys. Constantly changing tides and swirling winds move sand and water to create sheer beauty. And it's those same tremendous forces that make you realize that you're just a visitor.
Oh, he just jumped. Look at him.
Welcome to Anclote Keys. Welcome to Green Ridge Outdoor Adventures.
We are about to embark on a journey like no other.
Seclusion, defined as a state of being away from other people. Accessible only by boat, the Anclote Keys would be our home for the next 4 nights. We left early that morning with rumblings of potentially bad weather for the end of our stay. But spirits were high, since this was a new island to explore. And the Anclote River Park was our destination.
Closed. Launch parking spaces wrong way. Do not enter. Boat trailer parking only. So we're gonna go this way.
And it only took us a couple times to figure out where to go.
That's what I was wondering. Sweet.
At the mouth of the Anclote River, the majority of the 4-mile paddle would be on open water through St. Joseph Sound. The Anclote Keys are made up of 4 small islands, and our target was North Anclote Bar. Depending on the tides and wind direction, open ocean paddles can be pretty tricky. But 2 hours later, we made it to the island. Since we weren't exactly clear on where camping was allowed, we started scouting potential campsites. The first potential campsite was several thousand feet east of the northern tip of Anclote Bar. The second potential campsite we found was up a little cove but wasn't accessible. And the third potential site was at the northern tip of the island. After careful deliberation, we decided on the first site and started to set up camp. We ended our long day relaxing by the fire as the sun set. Day 2, probably our best weather of the trip, was pretty uneventful. Josh hung around camp, and I paddled out to the northern tip of Anclote Bar. Despite being overcast, day 3 was the day we chose to explore the southern end of Anclote.
It's high tide, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's that south. I think it's the north Anclote Key. Or that one right there.
I think this.
North and south.
I don't know.
The mangroves blocked the wind as we paddled south to the Anclote Key Lighthouse. We found an opening in the mangroves that allowed us to get out to the beach.
Looks like there was a fire here.
Yeah. I wonder if something got out of hand or if it did the purpose.
Leaving the beach, we continued south and came across some pretty creepy boat wreckage. And then it was on to the lighthouse. Anclote's lighthouse, built in 1887 and automated in 1952, is a skeletal tower lighthouse. Its lantern room sits atop a central cylinder with 4 support columns forming a pyramid shape. And this, of course, allows the wind and rain to pass freely through its open frame. The Spanish word for anchor, Anclote's lighthouse firmly holds the island in place as the wind and tides constantly shape its shores.
Highlighted area underwater in 1925.
After eating a quick lunch at the lighthouse, we slowly paddled our way back to camp up the west side of the island.
Man, it's warming up. Sun peeks out. What's it supposed to be been?
Holy crap.
Towards the north end of the island, we passed a primitive camping site to stop for a break. Leaving the primitive beach campsite, we continued north and found a cut through as the wind started to pick up. The area's forecast for the next day did not look good, and they were right. So we cut the trip short, deciding to leave the next day to prevent having to spend all day under a tarp. The next morning, we broke camp and paddled back to Anclote River Park in 10 to 15 mile per hour winds and 2 to 3 foot waves. We found a whole new appreciation for the Anclote Keys that week, which will keep us coming back for more.